Death is the one certainty in life, yet most people confront it with fear and resistance. What if there was a way to face death calmly, even peacefully, by shifting our deepest perspectives? Facing death without fear is one of the most profound challenges a person can undertake. Across human history, death has sparked fear, dread, and avoidance because it represents the ultimate mystery and the unknown. But from the Buddhist perspective, this inevitable transition from life to death needn't be terrifying. Instead, it offers an opportunity to stop clinging to all that is impermanent and to awaken to a deeper truth about ourselves and existence. Our journey today explores how Buddhism helps us confront death fearlessly by transforming our relationship to impermanence, suffering, attachment, and the very self. Buddhism begins with a radical observation. All conditioned things are impermanent. Everything arises, exists for a time, and fades away. Nothing lasting or permanent endures. This truth, called anicca, is not meant to cause despair, but to invite clarity and freedom. When we deeply understand that all things, including life itself, are transient, we can begin to loosen our grip on clinging and aversion. Much of our fear of death arises because of our attachments. We fear losing what we hold dear, whether that is our body, identity, loved ones, or the life we have built. Buddhist teachings guide us to cultivate non-attachment. This does not mean indifference or nihilism, but a gentle acceptance of reality as it is, neither grasping nor rejecting. By practicing mindfulness meditation, we learn to observe impermanence directly in the moment. We watch the breath rise and fall, sensations come and go, thoughts arise and pass. This intimate witnessing trains us to be present with change instead of fighting it. Through this practice, the mind becomes like a calm lake, peaceful and steady even when storms blow across the surface. The Buddha also taught about dukkha, often translated as suffering or unsatisfactoriness. Suffering is rooted in craving, clinging, and ignorance about the nature of reality. Death is suffering if we approach it with ignorance and craving for life to last forever. But it can be freed by wisdom and letting go. When we understand that life is a flow of momentary events with no permanent self at its core, death loses its power to frighten. It becomes a natural transition, like the changing of the seasons or the setting of the sun. The fear also comes from the illusion of a solid, permanent self. In Buddhism, this self is seen as a construct of many causes and conditions, not an unchanging essence. When we deeply realize there is no fixed self to fear its end, the terror of death dissolves. Meditating on death, a practice called maranasati, is encouraged by the Buddha. This meditation is not morbid fixation, but a reminder to live fully with awareness. Thinking about death clarifies priorities and reduces distractions. It brings urgency and appreciation for each moment. Monastic communities often practice mindful dying rituals, preparing the mind to meet death with composure. Stories from Buddhist traditions show remarkable examples of masters who faced death without fear. Their equanimity and compassion inspire us to view death as a gateway, not a punishment. Buddhism also teaches about rebirth, the continuation of a process beyond this life, driven by karma or intentional actions. While beliefs about rebirth vary, they commonly provide a hopeful context for death as a phase in an ongoing journey. This perspective helps lessen anxiety and cultivates ethical living focused on cultivating positive qualities. Another key aspect is embracing compassion and love. Facing death without fear does not mean detaching from others coldly. Rather, it encourages deepening connections and kindness, knowing that our time is precious and everyone shares this fragile condition. In everyday life, Buddhism offers many practices to prepare us for death fearlessly. Reflecting regularly on impermanence in daily activities, practicing generosity, forgiveness, and ethical conduct, nurturing mindfulness and meditation all build resilience and clarity over time. Facing death becomes not just an abstract idea but a lived experience and attitude. Our cultural conditioning often trains us to avoid and fear the end. Buddhist teachings ask us to turn toward death with courage and open-heartedness. This shift releases us from paralyzing terror and invites a spacious, peaceful mindset. Death, seen through this lens, is not an enemy but a natural and meaningful event that completes the cycle of life. Imagining the last moments, visualizing a peaceful transition, and cultivating trust in the process can transform anxiety into serenity. Ultimately, Buddhism shows that facing death without fear is possible by awakening to the impermanence of all things, releasing attachment, understanding the nature of self and suffering, and living with mindfulness and compassion. This inner transformation turns death from a dreaded end into a profound teacher of life. As we practice these teachings, we develop a fearless heart ready to embrace whatever comes with grace and wisdom. This journey is not about denying the reality of death, but about befriending it so deeply that fear dissolves. It invites each of us to live fully here and now, appreciating the preciousness of every breath. When we look deeply and honestly at death, we discover the path to freedom and peace. This profound understanding can inspire us to live authentically, love more deeply, and face our own finitude with courage and equanimity. In embracing death without fear, we unlock the secret to truly embracing life. If you found this video helpful and inspiring, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this wisdom with others who may benefit from it. We'll see you in the next video.